Two dumbasses in the mic. Oh shit, son.
You have two guys playing with your junk. Damn, I didn't know that about myself.
Like, bitch, I on the moon.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Jay Smith, Max Torbochkin, it's another damn good show.
That escalated quickly.
All right. You ready to do this?
Sure. I follow your lead there, Mr. Professional.
You follow my lead because it's the very first damn good show. Hey, everybody. Jay Smith here with my buddy Max Torbochkin.
Oh.
The very first damn good show. I got to say, it's kind of, I was thinking about it today.
The first and the last show.
I was thinking about it today. It's kind of presumptuous of us to say it's a damn good show when we haven't even recorded one.
Fuck yeah, it is. I'm on it. That's alone.
It's
it becomes a damn
confidence.
good show.
It's all about confidence.
Yes.
So, anyways, first one here. Thanks everybody for checking it out. Real quick, man. I figured we'd start this off. We were going to start this show, I don't know, a month ago, really. We were going to start it a while ago. How long did you? You had an ordeal, man, and that was so fucked up.
Yeah.
Max had some gigantic kidney stones, and he about died right in front of me.
I thought you were gonna say penis, reduction surgery, but I guess we'll go with kidney stones.
Is that what happened while you were in there? You didn't tell me all about the trip. I mean,
well, it was part of insurance, Obamacare. Why not use it before?
Right before it goes
before
away.
the Trump care.
But anyways, I think I probably already told you this. I'm flipping through Facebook, and then you had posted that picture of the X-ray. Was that of your back or the front? Max looked like the old drawstring dolls that you would pull and then they would talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looked like you had two drawstrings.
I still don't know to this day if it's better to have kidney stones than the actual procedure done. I don't know, because they shove those things through the small opening, the smallest opening in your body.
The worst opening ever.
Yeah, I mean, at least they put you under, but still, I had to shave my balls and everything, I got to look presentable.
But no, actually, you know what? You got more hair than I've seen on you in a long time. You usually look like a hairless cat.
Well, I thought, I'm freaking sick, getting fat. I'm like, let it grow all out, except in my nuts because they're smooth.
But anyways, that was pretty weird. I'm flipping through. I'm like, who the hell X-rayed a doll? And I was like, holy shit, that's Max.
Yeah, they shove it all the way through your junk.
It looked like they had a little curl on the end or something. That's the drawstring where they're like, all right, this is where we're gonna pull it back out.
No. The strings are actually inside your junk.
Oh.
So every time you use the restroom is like freaking like you're being, I don't know, like third stages of syphilis, man.
Oh.
There's no satisfaction in peeing. It's like, you're just like, I don't know if I got to shit, piss, or throw up. I don't know.
So
I feel like a pregnant woman, basically.
Did they tell you what it was exactly that was causing it in you? Is there something they can nail it down to by the tests and everything? Or?
Yeah, I mean, they went inside with a laser, broke down the kidney stones, all that stuff, but because it wasn't both kidneys, they're like all freaked out. So
no. Like, what caused it? Did they know?
Oh, what caused it?
Yeah.
Diet, basically.
You eat fairly healthy.
Yeah, but the shit like my stuff was like you cannot eat blueberries, strawberries, almonds.
What?
I used to eat all almonds all the time, and it's like they apparently I have my kidney stones. Apparently changes, like certain food changes acidity of your urine, and then bam, there it is.
Oh,
dude,
my
mother had them too, so probably
butter.
That's also through the family type
hereditary.
of stuff. Yes,
that's the word.
That's the word. I do not know this big words.
I eat all that stuff all the time. I'm almond butter all the time.
Dude.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's what I like. We went shopping today, and I'm like, I have to have my list in front of me. I'm like, oh shit,
no magic pill they can give you to help with that.
Nope.
Shit?
No green veggies like Canadian asparagus, all the healthy stuff that you think is good for you. Nope.
What the fuck?
I know. And then the best part actually was last week when they...
Isn't that bad when healthy food's going to kill you? That's how much of a pussy you are.
Yeah.
Health food's going to kill you.
Yeah, I never thought I would have that problem. But
all that fucking hard work.
Yeah, I'm like, eating healthy.
CrossFit.
Strawberries, all this. Yeah. Yep, there it is. You just collapse in pain. And then you have two guys playing with your junk, shoving shit in it.
Oh, well, that was brutal, man. I'm glad you got through the other side of it. And that's the reason why we had to wait a little while to start this podcast. We've been talking about doing this for a while. But, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to do a bunch of current events and stuff I find on the internet and Max
Oh,
finds, and
can't
I'm
wait.
sure there'll be plenty of complaints. No. I've found some pretty fun stuff. There's some good stuff, and it might be. Oh, dude,
Gay porn.
do you have Netflix, right? Have you ever seen any?
Do I have it?
Have you seen the Black Mirror series?
Yeah, it's so fucked up.
Dude, I watched the first one. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so I don't want to say what it's about. I don't want to fuck it up for
Which
anybody.
one is the first one? Just
It
give
was
me a hint.
very disturbing. I almost didn't watch the second one because I was like, oh.
Was it the British Prime Minister?
Yeah, there was the Prime Minister. And dude, I watched it with my wife, and I think that might have been the problem for me. Usually, I got a good gut for that stuff, but that was so bizarre and was so fucked up. I'm like, who the fuck even thinks of this?
That you know what?
And then watching it with her, I'm watching her cringe. You know, I
Yeah.
think it made it that much worse for me.
You know, that wasn't that bad. I was okay with watching some guy pretending to bang a.
Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
sorry.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
The second, I think, episode or the third one that messed me up.
The second one was the video game one where everybody lives in the
Yeah.
dormitory.
And then
thing.
here's the chick that he had a crash on. And
Don't ruin it for everybody.
that
man.
pissed me off. I'm like, I'll be pissed off of like some chick that had a crash on and now she's like.
Yeah,
doing-
but you saw that. I think all of them are kind of what I saw.
that was the closest actually
I
to
only
the whole.
saw two. I only
Yeah.
saw two,
Yeah.
so I don't know. And they're on the third season. But I kind of saw a trend happening at like the effects of social media and technology in our
Yeah.
lives is.
It's kind of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
So that was exactly, especially the second episode.
I'm gonna
was.
watch some more, but man, I don't know if anything
Yeah.
comes close to that first one again. I don't know if I can stomach that.
I stopped because I was getting angry. Seriously, I was angry. I was watching the show and I'm like,
I was getting stressed
yeah,
out.
I was stressed. So I was like, screw this. So I started watching like
It's a good
sci-fi
show.
stuff.
I don't want to turn anybody off of it, but it's intense, man. That first
Yeah.
one was like, oh wow, man.
Yeah.
But we just watched it last night. That's why I figured I'd ask. That's what
I
are
only
you
watched
watching?
like I think 3 or 4 episodes. That's all I watched.
What are you watching right now? I'm trying to find a good series right now before Game of Thrones.
Well,
comes
I
back
caught up
on.
with all the Netflix like original series, which is the Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
Is that Daredevil on Netflix good?
Dude, seriously?
You reach a level of nerddom that I don't get to. Once I get to a certain point, I'm like, I gotta go outside.
That's it. This is the last episode of the podcast. Screw this shit.
Dude, here's the deal for this show. You're gonna drag me a little more into nerd culture, and I'll
Yes.
drag you outside more.
Okay, I'm gonna be like Joe
All right.
Pesci here. Okay.
All right.
This is what you do. You watch Daredevil. First season, not bad. Second season, really awesome. I think it's now on the third. Third season is done. Watch that. Then you watch Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is like awesome.
Yeah.
Like the bad guy in it is the guy who rebooted the whole Doctor Who series. So he
I'm
played.
sorry, who? I'm
Dr.
joking.
J.
I'm joking. I'm not that bad. I'm not
No.
that bad.
So he playing a bad guy, which I never seen him before, and it's freaking like psychopath crazy, and that's only one season. Then you go to Luke.
Luke
Yeah,
Cage?
yeah, Luke Cage, where he appeared in Jessica
My
Jones.
son was watching that. I didn't
You
check
have
it
to
out.
watch really from Daredevil. It's all connected, really like well connected. And then the last one after Luke Cage is is Iron Fist, which is absolute garbage.
Yeah, I saw that one on
It's
there.
garbage.
Well, you know,
It's a bad casting. I cannot buy that
I
white
was
guy
about
doing
to say,
kung fu.
you know why I didn't watch it? I looked at it. I'm like, that dude ain't tough.
No.
Fuck that guy.
And what pisses me off, they're gonna have the kind of the like Avengers, but their own thing. They made a movie with all those characters.
Mhm.
It's kind of like on Avengers on the budget.
Right.
Yeah, we couldn't afford to pay them all this money.
The dollar store
Yeah.
Avengers.
And he's in it, and he's gonna ruin the whole freaking movie. Otherwise, the acting is. I haven't seen anything in a long time that good.
Really?
Like it's
All right.
really, really good. And I'm not saying it because I'm like I read comics or whatever. No, like if you don't know shit about it, start with Daredevil. You're like, okay, it's pretty cool. Second season gets dark.
Mhm.
The bad guys in it is the same guy who played in Full Metal Jacket, the one that commits suicide, and he he plays all the cops all the time now.
Mhm.
So he's actually in real life. I think something wrong with him. So the way he plays, and he plays awesome bad guy. And then Jessica Jones was like, I was like, whatever, let me watch it. Like everybody talks about what you call the female hero right now, the freaking in Marvel. What's her name? Superwoman? No.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like-
forget her name.
I'm like, whatever. Jessica Jones was way before that.
everybody I've heard said that movie was awesome. Wonder Woman.
They made it too much CGI, I think.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, it's it's like watching Michael Bay
The
movies. It's
superhero
like,
movies were never really my thing. I've checked out some.
That's why Netflix is the king, because it's all superheroes kind of,
Yeah.
but it's dark. It's like it's dark. It's like I can see that's happening
Netflix
right
original
now.
stuff, though, right?
Yeah,
all those are.
You watch it and it's like it's not too superhero-y. You know, like I don't want to watch like I enjoy the first Batman, but I'm not gonna watch. I don't want to like if there's some movie theater they decide to remake it like all happy, Batman cheesy stuff.
How can they keep remaking it, man? How many Batman movies are there?
Yeah, but they tried to hit the same thing with Keith Ledger, and I'm sorry, last Suicide Squad, I just saw a freaking preview for Suicide Squad 2, and I'm like, why?
Why?
Why? It's like a Spider-Man. They keep on. They're not just continuing the story. They're rebooting the same Spider-Man over and over.
Right.
Since
just a different visioning from somebody else.
Yeah, like Tobey Maguire, I guess, when he made the horrible Spider-Man 3. When he's a bad guy, so he gels his hair black. It's like, yeah, I'm walking really tough. And it's like, really, you 4'11", like what the hell?
Right.
So no.
Yeah, I guess you got to pick your bad guys better, man. They got to look tough.
Stop rebooting it. Just go with something new. That's my issue.
Did they run out of ideas? Isn't there something new they can do?
They remade RoboCop. Really, how badly do you need you run out of ideas when you got to remake RoboCop?
That's everything's being remade, and it's never any good.
I don't agree with it. I mean, I personally when Prometheus came out. That was original idea from the guy who founded the original Aliens. He wanted to develop the whole thing, and people were bitching, saying, "Well, it's not clear whether it's a prequel or something."
Yeah.
It's a deep ass movie. Like, watch it.
Why does it have to all be connected, man?
Yeah, and the thing is, the producers, whatever the company, they cut some footage out. He explained it even more, and they were like, "Oh, it might be too long." It's a deep freaking movie. You want to tie in the whole shit together? I'm talking about like original Alien, Predator, all that freaking story. Well, not Predator, really, Aliens, but like all that stuff. You gotta develop it. So he was getting all this flack about it, but here we are running out of ideas. We're making fucking RoboCop.
Right.
Screw that.
I don't know. As far as Netflix goes, they're killing it though. Their original content is.
Iron Fist is the only one that got all the flag because of bombs.
Well, look at how much good stuff is on there, though. That's all Netflix originals. The stand-up, too, they're curating great stand-up. If you haven't seen Bill Burr's new one, God, what is it called?
Never heard of
Walk
her.
Your Way Out. Hey, buddy, are you serious right now? You don't know who Bill Burr is?
No, what, Bill Bird?
Bill Burr. Don't make me... Dude, that's sacrilege.
He works at Lowe's, actually.
Don't make me kill you, man.
That Bill Burr?
No, the new Bill Burr is awesome. Also, Neil Brennan. You know who Neil Brennan is?
I heard the name, but
he was the co-producer of David Chappelle Show.
Oh, okay. Well, Dave Chappelle, he came back. I saw the special.
Yeah, that last special was all right. I wasn't too impressed with that one, but Neil Brennan's 3 mics was really cool. It was different. What he did was he had 3 mics set up on the stage, and one was for one-liners, one was for deep shit, and one was for regular stand-up. So no, you laugh, but it was really cool.
Was it written on producers? Okay, deep shit.
Pretty well. That was my words. He didn't.
Is it D with 2 E's or D with I?
He would talk about depression and all that, but he would make it funny.
So not dipshit.
No.
Okay, deep.
Deep. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm learning the English.
you get
The
to learn the
intricacies of
language.
English.
Watch more TV.
All right.
But anyways, Neil Brennan, 3 mics, awesome shit. But Netflix is just letting artists be artists, I think, and getting out of the way and letting people make their fucking shit. You know what I mean?
I'm predicting this was going to happen probably next 2 years, probably. They hitting every show except the Iron Fist, and I got flack for that. So they're going to expect every new idea, every new show on Netflix that, they're going to hit it with a running, and you cannot continue with that rate of success.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always going to be stuff that falls through the cracks,
but everybody's expecting right now from them 100%.
If you let people be artists don't always hit the mark every time. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. So
they might feel creative, and we're gonna make this, silent movie.
If they keep it
with shadow puppets.
I mean, they got a lot of garbage on there. Let's put it some of the horror movies and stuff like that. There's a lot of B-rate shit on there, but their original stuff, I think, is amazing. They're doing a great job. Yeah. And if they can keep the percentage pretty high, even just close to 75%, man, I'll be all right.
Are they the same one that you ever heard of Preacher?
I watched a couple of those shows.
I think the second
AMC
season just started this week or next week.
That's the same station as Walking Dead,
AMC.
right?
AMC, yeah.
AMC,
that's a good show. Preacher is good. Preacher is freaking good.
I watched it the first one, I think, and that's the only one I saw.
Dude, you gotta watch the whole season.
Looks pretty cool.
It goes it gets progressively better.
I just don't have time, man. I don't watch a lot of TV, so because I focus my attention on so much different shit.
Yeah.
I mean, getting the Fish podcast going and all that shit took a lot, man. I stepped away from gaming. Serious game. I still piddle around with little things here and there, but I had to really focus down, man, because it's really easy for me. I'm supposed to be working on editing something or something. I'm just gonna start playing a game,
So you stop playing professionally the Angry Birds on your
on your
flip phone.
It was a hard choice, but No, actually, man, there's I'm now we're talking about the VR
Mhm.
games. Those like the I got the Samsung Gear VR, and basically a lot of those games in there are just mobile games, but you're in VR. But that extra aspect of being in the game is what makes them.
No,
freaking
that's exactly.
cool. Yeah.
I got the Daydream version of my Pixel phone, and that's awesome. I mean, but you know, we all know we didn't get it for gaming.
Yeah, right. All right, be honest. How long did it take you to go to? Did you go straight to porn? I couldn't because I got home and people were.
I had to wait till people left the house.
Too. I came home. I'm like, dude, man, you look tired. You look like you didn't get very good sleep last night. You did. She's like, no, I didn't. I didn't sleep very well. Man, you might want to take some, Advil PM or something. You might want to get some shut eye tonight.
I had to wait till next morning.
Kids, you look tired. You should probably go to bed soon. Dad, it's only 8 o'clock.
My dog's like, why did he lock himself in the
Yeah,
room?
what
He
the
usually
fuck?
gets up by now.
Why am I not allowed in there? What the fuck is going on? Amazing, though. I got to give them credit, man. They've outdone themselves.
This is, I'm not like, I'm big time sci-fi, but I do believe, like, imagine if this is what you can do with a cell phone and a pair of cloth
This
freaking
is just-
goggles for
this is-
$79
This
or
is
whatever.
just the stepping stone.
Can you imagine, like, the minute you can touch and feel, which they already have controls for touching, but that's all for BS, it's our current technology. Imagine if you can actually feel and touch it. That would be the death of humanity. There's no way. The first thing I said, I don't need
It's
dating
going to
anymore.
lower the population. That's the first thing I
Yeah.
said.
I was like, I don't need a girlfriend.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is so much cheaper. And
Have
easier.
you seen the story about the blowjob machine? It's the first robot blowjob machine. It
I
is
don't know if it's
horrific.
the same one I saw.
Have you ever seen? It'll be on people's desks, and it'll be like a little bird with a top hat on, and on a stem, and then on the other end is a weight, and then it just bobs like this.
Yeah.
Boop. That's what it looks like, but it looks like
Oh.
with a doll head on it. Just
Yeah, but I thought it was a joke. It's not real. It's not.
No, they're selling them. I swear to you.
Dude,
It's
didn't I saw Jackass one time?
I'll pull it up
He's
for you in a
pedaling
minute.
the stationary bike, and the thing just keeps on going back and forth.
Well, it's basically what they did, and the
Damn.
basic model looks very mechanical with a head on top. So what some of these guys are doing, they're getting creative, and they're like putting clothes around it. And they're trying to put it on.
I'm
It's
sorry.
it's so horrific, dude.
Give me VR. I don't have to put clothes anywhere. I just
no.
put the
You
headphones.
use the VR, but then you have that horrific machine going to town, buddy.
Yeah.
Until the real blowjob machines get in it. Why is that camera going all crazy on us? Sorry,
shit,
YouTube.
It's out of focus.
Hey, we'll come back into focus in a minute. Just hang in there and listen to us. We'll make a lot of hands gestures so you can kind of tell what's going on. For audio.
Hey!
It's a
All
miracle.
right.
But anyways, man, that was the first thing I thought when I saw that. Was you put it on, you're like, holy shit, this is amazing. This is gonna lower the population for sure, right here.
No, it's big time, and it's actually we need to, but
Well,
that's my
hey,
opinion, but-
it's been, I forget who said it. It might have been Alan Watts or that other hallucinogenics guy. I can't remember his name right now. Anyways, he said humankind is the sex organs for technology. So
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
so
I
think
heard
about
that.
it. So
heard that.
we spawn this technology, but then it's the technology that brings the population back down when you don't need it anymore. See, all planned out by the aliens. We're in
Wow.
a simulation here, folks.
So this would be the dipshit. Deep shit.
Why does that camera keep going crazy? We're gonna have to fix that one of these days.
Autofocus.
Should we pause and fix it?
Yeah,
pause real
Why
quick.
not?
We're pausing.
Why not?
All right, and I'm back from fixing all that. But anyways, I thought that was some amazing shit. And then, you check out all that shit, and then the other stuff you can do too by just traveling all around the world, man. The first thing I did outside of porn was
Discovery, right? Discovery Channel.
Yeah. Did you go to the Redwood thing, the Redwood Forest?
No, what I did, I actually spent the money and I got the NASA Mars.
I haven't checked that out.
And
yet.
then I did the one with the water. What else? And the museums. I actually like
the museums are cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But man, the thing I liked the most was like you can overlook the Grand Canyon, and
Yeah.
folks, when I'm telling, if you haven't tried out VR, you are like you're in the picture. Oh, that was another thing I thought was cool too. There's these artists where they're making 3D art to where you're in the art. Like you get in and you look all around you. 360 is the piece.
Oh, I didn't do that one. I actually want to try.
It's amazing.
Because I'm big time, multiplayer. I don't play even single player anymore.
Yeah.
I want to do VR multiplayer. Like the multiplayer, I know there's one that pops up all the time. It's an application for like, social. kind of like there.com when I was testing it, like, you know.
The alt space or whatever?
Yeah. When you talk to people and you can draw and all that stuff.
I went into that, man, and I don't know. I wasn't impressed. I got to be honest with you. There's a couple things I want to do because Duncan Trussell, he's a comedian I like, and he also has a podcast too, Duncan Trussell Family Hour. Highly recommend it. But he was doing a live podcast in it, which nobody else is doing. I don't think. I haven't seen anybody.
In VR?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are the
I thought
advantages?
the idea was so cool. I mean, he's just really into VR, and
like you go in there and it's like he's sitting next to you,
yeah,
like on
just
a couch?
everybody hanging out, and he's doing his thing and doing like a question and answer thing because he's a pretty famous
he should mix
comedian.
it like with porn. You just go in there, he's giving you a hand job. You don't want it, but you gotta be there sitting, listening
You don't want the
to him.
jokes or anything at that point.
No, you want
like, hold on.
It's part of experience.
Hold the punchline.
Do I have an option? No. If I listen to my jokes, it just hand comes out.
And then, man, I don't know about public chat rooms too much, man. Like, I go in there and there's maybe 6 people in there, and 2 of them are guys. Every female, like, you don't even know if it's a female or not. Every female that came in there, they pounced on them, man. I'm like, fucking
Well, that's always been that way. It's always it's
man.
usually every lesbian in a chat room is a freaking 50-year-old male.
I feel sorry for it if they really are a female in there.
That's one thing. I mean,
Holy
the good thing about
smokes.
VR, and especially voice and communication, you know, at least like, okay, if she sounds like a chick, she's probably a chick.
And
You know,
we
it's
should-
not like back in the days, you know.
Oh, because we could morph voices. I can do that. I got
Oh,
the software for
well,
that.
yeah, that's
We should one day do a little experiment. That would be... I think we might have to do this.
the
man.
whole episode pretending to be a hot
that's
chick.
That's what kills me because like the one guy he was like, hey, bring your beautiful self on over here. I'm like, we all have the same avatar. I think like there's like 4 you can pick from.
Wait. So what happens if you get hooked on it? Like you love to pretend to be a woman on a chat rooms.
Well,
and
you find something out about yourself you didn't know.
You start to masturbate. Like, "Ah, this is what I need.
You
Sorry.
can't get off any other way.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, right. She's like, are you in the chat rooms again? Are you doing this again? I'm taking the kids. I'm leaving.
That's what I'm afraid of. You're like, man, I didn't know that about myself.
Oh man,
What is this shit?
You know what though? That is possible, man. I didn't know. The first time a chick ever wanted me to smack her, I had no clue that I was totally into that. Like, no. Here, I'll explain how it all went down.
You stop punching her?
No.
Was it
Like I've never done. I was a young guy at the time.
Oh.
And she's like, we're in the middle of everything. And she's like, smack me. So I'm like, poop. I give her a little. Poop. She's like, no, like this, smack. I learned right at that moment, I don't like being smacked. Totally not into that. So that was one good thing. I got that out of the way. I figured out no smacking or spanking.
But
for
the
me.
finger in the ass
Not
was
into
okay,
that.
right?
But then
The thumb?
I fucking smacked the piss out of her, and she loved it. And I was like, I think I might like this. I mean, it was still like love. It wasn't like I was punching her or anything. It wasn't like. It was still a sexual thing, but
next thing you know, she has a black
Just
eye.
yeah, take it.
You have to explain to the cops what
it wasn't
happened.
like that. I probably shouldn't
carried
even divulge
away.
that. I'm married now, and I shouldn't even
Oh,
talk
so
about
well,
that.
thanks.
but
Now I
still.
know about your sex life. I won't be able to look her straight in the face. I'd be like, so.
It was.
How was
it-
your day?
I was a young man when this happened.
Oh, so you don't do it? What you're saying anymore?
No.
Oh, you hold punches back.
Maybe.
You just pretend.
I don't hit her as hard. The other chick was a whore.
At least not on the left side, right?
Yeah. I do it
Use
below
your lefty.
below the neckline. No head punches.
Nobody can
You
see
know-
your bruises. In the back of the head.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get into some of this shit. Here,
Unprofessional.
I think we might have divulged a little too much on the first show here.
Wow.
Smacking the fuck out of bitches.
So the point of today's show.
Dude, you know what's funny? That kind of segues into another thing that happened to me, right? I'm talking to my friend
afraid
Chris,
to ask.
and we're in this. It's a big center with a bunch of offices and shops, and there's a restaurant there over in Terra Verde, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're on one side of these bushes, and we're talking in this hallway thing, and I'm facing Chris, and Chris is facing towards the outer area where people could be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling him the story I just told you. Man, she wanted me to smack her, blah, blah. I'm going into detail about the whole. I'm giving the gestures, the whole. I'm getting into it. I'm super excited, right? I'm all like, dude, this happened to me last night, And I could see in Chris's eyes, like, I got to stop, right? And I'm like, I realize from the look on his face, there's somebody right behind me, isn't there? I turn around.
Was your mom?
No, on the other side of the bushes, even worse. It was an old lady, and now she's turned around and she's looking back at me with the biggest smile on her face.
So
like
she was moist.
Oh, dude. I was like so embarrassed I had to leave. Man.
Dude, was she hot?
No. This was making...
She probably, if you...
She could probably make a mean oatmeal cookie batch, but... Oh, that's even grosser. I couldn't even...
She'll bake us some cookies.
Oh, shit. But anyways, so that happened. That
You know what they say about all the women. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This is a damn good show, and I'm going to get into some current events and stuff that I found on the internet that I thought was pretty cool.
I'm afraid to look.
Some folks might say this guy's a kook, but I say he's a genius. Did you know that there was a loophole in the UN treaty between the states, between all the countries there that mattered, and they said nobody can own the moon. And this guy found a loophole. It's countries can't own the moon, and this guy said, fuck you, I own the moon. And he claimed that shit. This guy has been selling land on the moon to people for $25 an acre since the 70s.
$25?
$25 an acre.
That's
It's
a good deal.
And he's banking, dude.
He's made away from people.
Dude, he's made like $12 million or some shit. I can't remember the
Are you
exact.
shitting me?
Lots. Oh, it's $36.50 acre after lunar tax.
How did he make millions? People freaking... What?
Dude, he's made a fucking lot of money off of this shit. And
Why didn't
dude,
I come up with that shit?
He's a smart man, though. He didn't put all of his eggs in one basket, buddy. Motherfucker owns he owns Venus. He owns all the other planets, and he's selling land on all of them. So here's the thing. Like,
who would buy? Who would buy?
I would totally do this because now I
You
would
know
do this.
you're never gonna be able to
back in the
claim it.
70s, I would have done this. Okay, because there's no Photoshop, and this guy's sending you out your certificate and all the paperwork, and I could have framed it and put that shit on the wall and been like, "Bitch, I own the moon, motherfucker." And
You know, it could be like photos. No, there's no such thing. It could be copied. Nope, nothing like that.
But it was
It's
all for the
original
joke.
document.
It's the fun of it. Are there people out there that believe they really own part of the moon? I'm sure there are. Yes.
Why don't we start that? I mean, there's plenty of planets.
Dude, why?
I
don't know. I don't understand how this keeps going because you can make your own certificates.
I want to sell the darkest part on Uranus. Just the most.
Wait, he goes, I sent the United Nations a declaration of ownership detailing my intent to subdivide and sell the moon and never heard back, he says. There's a loophole in the treaty. It does not apply to individuals. So since then, he's sold 611 million acres of land on the moon. Individual 1 acre lots sell for $19.95, $36.50 after lunar tax.
Dude, you can buy Pluto for $250,000. The whole planet.
It's a steal, bro. Hey, I don't know if you saw the news or not, but they think there's a 10th planet out there.
Dude.
Hey, no. I know you're saying it's the aliens or whatever, but
No.
NASA put out a thing and they think there
know.
might be another planet.
I
out
saw
there.
that. I grew up on reading science fiction where people were assuming there's a 10th planet.
It's Planet X.
Yeah.
It's gonna collide with us one day. That's when the aliens. What are they called again?
Man can only dream.
The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki.
Amazonian women
Nuki.
riding a huge planet is gonna.
Ooh, Amazon chicks.
Death by snooze.
That's the VR porn right there, dude. Giant Amazon chicks.
Well,
Should they be giant? Just big.
Actually,
like 7 foot.
if you download a video that was not specifically set up for your daydream or your particular VR experience, they do look like giants.
Yeah, I guess so. Right, I did
They're
find that.
They're like oversized hot chicks, and you're like, I kind of
like this.
That's another thing I didn't know about myself. All right, let the party begin.
Oh shit. So I forget this guy's name. I'll go up here real quick. I gotta.
I just want to know how much money he
His
made.
name is Dennis Hope, and he tells you he's the richest man on earth. In fact, this is by the way, you can read this full news article on usnews.com, and the title is "Meet the Man Who Owns the Moon." If you want to read the whole thing, and let's see here.
That's genius, dude. That's freaking genius.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard about this on another podcast. I forget which one I was listening to. They were talking about it, and they were like, they were coming from the angle that these people were serious about it. I really think that the most of the people that buy this
Correct.
see the joke.
Now,
in
let
it.
me ask you a question. Like, for a joke, does he have a disclaimer saying, I cannot guarantee that you're going to get this property?
I don't know.
Because nowadays you
There's
get sued.
other loopholes in the law,
Like,
isn't there?
yeah, some people can say, hey, you
Maybe
know,
we could buy some, turn around, and sue his punk ass. What?
Let's do this.
You want a loophole? What's up, bitch?
I don't want to go back to my day job.
I got your fucking loophole, buddy.
Let's do this.
What's he said? He contends that there is more than 6 quadrillion with a Q, folks, dollars worth of helium-3 reserves on the moon. And he and his property owners, of which there are thousands, own all of it. Helium-3 is used in nuclear fusion research on Earth and trades for about $125,000 an ounce. Holy shit. Damn. That's
Wait.
that's better than crack money right there, dude. We got to get in the helium business.
I'm more interested in when China announced they plan to be on the moon by 2012.
Where do you see that at?
By 2012. What?
Oh.
Isn't it like 2017 now? How old is this freaking
Oh,
America?
no, he's just talking about he wrote a letter to the president saying we didn't have a problem with it as long as they had a licensing agreement with us.
China.
Otherwise, their craft would not reach the moon, he says.
95% of China operates on
Maybe
freaking
he's not a
stolen
genius. Maybe he is really
windows.
crazy, dude.
Like, they would give
I
a
could
shit.
be totally wrong. I'm just thinking he's a
He's a rich, crazy dude or genius or whatever
maybe
he
he's
is.
just a crazy genius. Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be exclusive to each other.
Why didn't we
right?
come up with this shit? I can right now set up PayPal. Like in 5 seconds.
This motherfucker's like, bitch, how the fuck am I going to buy the moon, man?
I'll sell you the sun.
That's all profit for him,
The
too.
sun. Imagine if you have
It
solar
cost-
panels.
It didn't cost him anything. Think about it, dude. This is all profit. He made the perfect business.
I mean, all we need is like, I don't know, $60 to register LLC or whatever, $85.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's that, and there's the paper that shit's printed
You got to
out.
file like, quarterly.
ink. You got to pay for ink. Ink is fucking
But you can
expensive.
write off shit. Can you write off mileage? Like if you want to visit your property?
So what is he's going to be talking to Richard Branson about? Hey, man, can I catch a ride, bro? Can I get an Uber? I need an Uber to the moon. My property. What does he say?
Shit.
He says the time is quickly approaching when those owners will be able to take advantage of their land. The galactic government is exploring building a pyramid-shaped moon city that would have a roughly 2 mile by 2 mile base.
Why pyramid? Why can't it be just... I want like a
He's
building in
clearly
the
crazy.
shape of a giant dome.
He's crazy.
Pyramid.
That's
Why pyramid?
I don't know, man. I still feel like maybe we should get a piece of that property just in case. Do you think if they ever colonize the moon, this guy will get anything like any kind of a mention in the Wikipedia or anything? You think he'll get a monument or something?
Monument. He's gonna get shit. Nothing. Nobody gonna remember. What's his name again?
Dennis Hope.
Dennis Hope.
Dennis Hope. Crazy.
Dennis Hope. I just forgot you. I will never remember your name.
As soon as I go to the next story, I'll forget because I've read this story like 3 times and I still forget. But anyway.
Dennis Hope.
So, all right. Well,
Is that a real name even? Sounds kind of...
I don't know what the fuck's. I don't know.
You know how to operate computer? This is...
No. Okay. Then we were talking about VR, and this is not for our setup, but look at this shit. Valve's Knuckles controllers will aim to track your fingers and virtual. No. So you'll have it around your hand, and then you can like use your hand to pick up things.
Oh.
And
So-
like actually.
So I can stick my fingers in VR porn in certain places.
Now you're getting with it, buddy.
This is awesome. Can I
little
have
interaction?
Can I? The next thing, and I'm serious actually. Cock rings.
I think they already have that shit.
VR cock rings?
Yeah, they have the thing. You put it on.
I don't want to diapers.
It's like a kind of.
No, I'm talking about just cock rings, so I can point. I can show erection.
Dude, you can buy a
In
cock
VR.
ring in any porn store if that's what you're
No,
into.
I want VR that
Shit,
shows my all 13 inches of it. Just
What? How would I? If I put VR porn kit, it's just gonna pull up porn sites. How would I look that up?
I don't know. I'm afraid to look right
Yeah,
now.
I know. I might
Is this your browsing history?
I might end up in the wrong fucking side of Google's history.
Whose
Here.
laptop is this?
This is actually my old piece of shit one here.
Wow, we're gonna find
Anyway,
some
all right, I'll
crazy
find it later. We'll search that road later.
VR tranny porn.
Hey, you notice none of that popped up when I put the first letters in there.
Well, I'm afraid what second
This
one?
is a nice clean.
Okay.
Well,
Wait.
maybe not. There's some spooge right there.
Dude, type in VR space T.
VR space T. VR troopers, VR treadmill, VR trailer.
So no tranny porn.
Stepping into the screen, the boundaries of VR frontier. The
What?
best VR virtual reality headset. No, nothing good.
Oh, so no trannies. All
No
right.
trannies.
I was kind of hoping something was
I'll
gonna
go
pop
further. I'll go further.
up. Train.
VR transportation
Damn it.
transgender. It's
Oh.
close. VR
Ah,
transgender.
so the truth comes out.
Wait, that's not from my search, bitch. That's Google shit. Fuck out of here. So, anyways, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Valve is coming out with knuckle controllers that lets you use your hands. I thought it was pretty cool. Look at him, all space age.
Why don't they just
almost
do-
looks like you put your dick right there.
Yeah.
I bet you it's a touchpad though.
It's
I'm
the
probably
hole
being
is too
honest.
big. It's all like, you know.
What? I thought you Russians were hung like Coke cans or something.
No, a pencil. A very long
Like a-
pencil.
Like a quart can of paint, short but
Nah.
fucking stout,
Number 2 pencil.
sharpened.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. What else did I have? This is. Oh, I just wanted to show you.
What is this?
No, well, this was a story just talking about how the Chinese gaming industry. One thing I was stunned by, and we'll stop talking about gaming here in a second. I'm sorry.
You're like 10 years.
No. Look at how much China already generates: $27.5 billion in gaming
Well,
revenue
yeah.
a year.
Don't they the same company?
That's $2 billion more than us. So we're at $25 billion a year in gaming industry revenue, right?
Mhm.
And then your parents are gonna fucking tell you, don't play this video, don't do any of that shit. You'll never make any money in video games. Fuck you. Show them that.
Well, yeah, but that's mostly because of those like
In-game transactions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually started the
What do
one
they call those?
microtransactions.
Microtransactions.
Yeah. But it started actually, I think, with Guild Wars. It was actually that's the first thing I remember people warning saying, "Do not register accounts," because I think it's a Chinese company.
Oh
And
yeah, and didn't they get ripped off or something? Didn't that have something to do with Bitcoin or something?
Something, but then they fixed it. It was not. But they were saying basically, and they had people like freaking all these Chinese students mining for in-game money.
Oh yeah. I've seen
I
that.
mean,
I think they were doing that in World of Warcraft a lot.
Yeah, but that's now gone. Guild Wars, you could do that. eBay was selling it. eBay.
Right.
And then they finally said, no, it's against our rules. But you can go, like, for $20, I think I bought it one time, it was like $3 million. And the guy texts you, like, I meet you in-game. This is my game player.
It's
You
like
add
a
him as
drug
friend.
deal in a video
Yeah, it's like a
game.
drug.
Yeah.
I like freaked out because you can only put so much money in your, like, storage right there.
Yeah.
Like, where's the rest? He was like, you can only do that. You're like, so many, like, you got to withdraw it and put this money in there.
Yeah, dude,
So
you gotta be cool. Be cool, man.
Dude, I bought, like,
Let
crazy
me do the
shit.
talking.
I was like pimped out with shit that couldn't be used
That's
and stuff. Yeah.
hilarious, dude.
So I mean, and that's where it's all started. So
I never got into Guild Wars.
I like the idea of World of Warcraft. Everybody I play with, when you get tired of playing first-person shooters, so you play something like. I
Yeah.
like the whole idea of open world and just
Got too repetitious
Yeah.
after a while. You know, the reason I brought this up though is, you know, what would you call it? The currency, electronic currencies.
yeah.
Which is basically what a lot of those microtransactions are, but you can buy stuff in the game by using the currency in game.
Talking about electronic transactions, just to give you a small story, not to change. The
Okay,
subject.
go ahead.
Like Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I was just talking to somebody today and yesterday about it. When Bitcoin came out, I actually had a chance to buy like it was less. It was like less than.
Yeah, I was looking
10% of-
into it back
I
then
did.
too.
I had my, and here's the whole thing. Even to this day, when you buy, especially in US, you have to, if you want to deposit money into your account, you have to send them like your social security, your card, and all that. So imagine this is what 2008, I think, when
Yeah.
Bitcoin came out. I was on my computer, had my ID, everything scanned, ready to send, and I'm going, this is too shady. Like I'm sending this shit like somewhere.
That's why I didn't do it.
I didn't do it for that particular reason. I was like, I think I was gonna put.
I had just had my bank account hacked.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
not hacked.
yeah.
Well, however it works, I
Yeah.
had money stolen from me, and that's what turned me off of doing it.
So I calculated. I think I had $200 I wanted to put into it. I would have had right now $53 million.
Oh my god.
So, needless to say, I'm actually putting another $200 bet on another Bitcoin. It's a Ripple. I'm gonna buy it. It's 0.29 cents.
I haven't looked into it in so long. I
It's
still
a
have my
third.
wallet set up and everything, and I never did.
I
it.
would say if you can afford to do $200 bet, do it because you never
I've
know.
never even heard of them. I've heard there was a few different currencies that were
like
doing good there
Experian
for a
or
while.
something like that. There's really there's like 20 of them now, but the top three, Bitcoin, I think Experian or something like that. It's I think $300 a pop, while Bitcoin right now went down to $2,600 after being last week like $3,000.
Yeah.
And the Ripple is 0.29 cents basically.
Right. So did you ever get any Bitcoin? I never bought any.
No,
ever.
I didn't, and I'm
People are using it to pay for stuff and
Yeah.
everything.
I know
it's
it did, and
become almost mainstream.
I was gonna mine it actually back in the days with GPUs. Yeah,
expensive,
and it came back again, like the GPU mining. But I think it's just normal people discovered they can mine for Bitcoin, which is they're kind of late, by the way. A lot of people don't mine anymore with GPUs. But I went to Newegg yesterday, like to look at new video cards for myself. Switch mine, and I was gonna give you the other one.
Right.
Dude, out of stock, every one of them. And I remember reading this article, shortage of GPU units. The reason why, because people are buying them for freaking GPU mining.
Yeah.
There's
companies for that shit.
Yeah, but that's already done. That was like 5 years ago they were doing that. Like that's what I was gonna do. Right now they use other systems.
How many do you think there are? Currencies. There's a bunch, isn't there? There's a shit.
When I joined the what is it, Kraken? Kraken is the one that you trade it, and I think they allow 5 or 6 currencies.
Does Minecraft have a currency? I never play that game. My kids do.
No.
It's like the biggest game in the world. They probably fucked up by not having their own currency.
We have it on the server. Like my server, I have it on. Like you join, you get 50,000 coins, whatever it is. But it's not something that you trade with other servers. It's just on that particular server.
And shit.
You buy inside. You buy people set up shop chests, all that stuff. That was just economy inside the game. But not I like that. Cryptocurrency. I think that's what the name of the
right.
Stuff.
That's the word I was searching for before.
Yeah, so I'm going to take $200. If that freaking currency disappears, that's fine. If it's not, if it jumps up to freaking $3,000, I figure out for $200 I will have probably, I don't know, $600,000 I'll make.
Right.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll take the chance, whatever. Still higher chances than freaking playing lottery.
I'll have to check it out, man. I was just wondering. I couldn't believe $27 billion for the revenue from that shit.
Yeah.
And we're right behind them at $25 billion. This is with a B. $1 billion. So if anybody tells you can't make money in gaming, fuck you, man. Learn how to code. I'm actually my daughter Madison. She wants to learn how to. They have a course for learning how to code real easy shit with Minecraft. I'm setting her up with that this week.
She can try actually. You know what? And I hate to kind of sell somebody. Tell them, hey, go there. Like with my school. Excuse me. I sound like Paul now. A lot of courses actually through my school online that I'm doing. It's actually Udacity, and then Udacity itself is the very successful online college, and they do you can for $1,000 learn how to code Java. You can.
I'll have to get with you about
VR.
that. But man, I'm just thinking, dude, learn code. If you're listening to this and you're a young guy, girl, whatever, learn how to code.
Yeah.
It's the future. Robots are taking over everything, and there's billions of dollars out there that you can go get. So.
Mobile game. My whole thing about gaming, I just tired of listening they're saying PC gaming is dead. was dying, because remember all the Xbox came out and all that stuff.
Yeah. Meanwhile, PlayStations are like a computer you got 5 years ago.
No, it's coming back. PC gaming coming back now. But what's happening, and that's why the way they're calculating the numbers, they're basically saying PC gaming is dying because less people using computers. There's no need for them to use computers. Use your phone.
Yeah, well, that's
tablet at most. That's it.
So the only people that mobile gaming comes along.
Yeah.
To that,
but the only people that are playing games, PC, will be on PCs.
Right.
That's it. So those are the really hardcore gamers that left. They're buying the PCs or they're building PCs.
Right.
So they're looking at numbers and going, "It's dying." No, it's actually numbers are increasing, but average person just not buying a computer anymore. They just, I got my phone.
Well,
I can do everything
when you
on
spend $800 on a phone, I can see why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a pretty badass computer sitting in your pocket, but it's
I spent about $1,000 altogether with the VR unit and everything else for Pixel.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
Yeah.
I think, man. I think you're gonna see some massive changes. I personally think VR is gonna change how we do a lot of things, man. Education, a lot. I think it'll come to a point when they there's a little bit. Did you experience any eye strain when you're in there?
No, I'm pretty good with it.
After about an hour, I could just feel a little bit. It wasn't bad. But it depended on the experience I was in.
I was fine, and I was very surprised. I think 2 days ago, I made myself sick. 15 minutes in it. It was a...
What experience were you doing?
A game called Eclipse was highly recommended by people.
I haven't played it.
It's like $8.99 or something like that, where you use a jetpack. You crash on this world, and you fly around, and the mechanics of the jetpack is so realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of reminds me of old game that you used to play back in the 80s, where you land the spaceship.
I know what you're talking about.
And you run out of fuel.
The arcade game.
Arcade, yeah.
Yeah.
Same kind of feeling, but you're in jetpack. You can see the fuel goes down, and you slowly start going back up. And you're on the mountains.
Yeah.
All this ruins. There's beautiful graphics, like 360 all around you.
Yeah.
And then you're solving puzzles, but puzzles just not hard enough for you to like.
They're not that hard, though.
Yeah, and you do all the stuff.
I know it's the same thing with the gear games.
So I got sick basically from flying because I was jumping everywhere with a jetpack, and finally I'm like, what the hell? I had to take my freaking stuff off, and I was like sick for the rest of the day, man.
I'm hoping that they can bring the games along. Like, to be honest with you, man, if they remade original EverQuest for mobile VR, I'd probably never go. I'd never leave. I'd never go anywhere.
Yeah, I would. Guild Wars would be, to me, that's a pretty game, just enough that I can explore the world. Guild Wars 2.
You've always been the graphics guy. I'm more into the gameplay and the.
But that's why I don't play like World of Warcraft. I go there and I get it's like, man, I'm geek enough, but I'm not like, I don't want to like level 22 wizard with 55 gazillion screens. No. I mean, I just like first person shooter. I get disappointed when there's so much buttons and menus. I was like, give me a trophy, give me a freaking switch between weapons. I'm good. I don't need to freaking know that this key for me to T-ball somebody in the face or whatever, teabag somebody in no, screw all that shit. It kills the whole joy of gaming, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you make a VR. If you make a VR where I can just move my body and go.
That's what I was saying, because like most of those games, if you played them on your phone, you get bored with them pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the zombie shooters. But when you got that fucker, it's right in your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There was one, when I first played it that first time, I had the feeling it was going to touch me. I was like, oh, it's going to get me.
Dude, I was hitting the walls, and I knew where I was. I was in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
I was tripping over freaking my bed, freaking hitting the walls. And I'm like, I'm just circling. Like, I'm thinking like I'm just doing this. Dude, I literally almost walked out of the freaking bedroom. Like, without realizing, because I'm like, oh, let me look over the ledge of right here of this cliff. And you don't realize your body makes steps. Though you're moving with a controller. Right. But I'm actually making steps.
I did a lot of mine in the chair. Where I could still spin and everything. There were some games where you had to stand up.
I did it with NASA, and then I was like, wait a minute, let me try standing. And when I was doing standing, I was like, oh,
you really get the vertigo.
Yeah, like vertigo. Yeah, and I enjoyed it. That's why I was afraid. That's why I was surprised that I got sick, because I enjoyed that vertigo. I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. I feel myself getting like little butterflies.
But back to what we were talking about with the games. Like, you just reach this point, for me anyway, there's a certain point of nerddom that gets reached by people. And when I see that point, people, I'm like, that's the point when you should probably go back outside for a little bit and play. It's like, you need to get outside. Like when guys, I'm just talking about like the guys that are in those games, it doesn't even matter what game. RPGs, MMOs, whatever. Well, and they know all the mathematics behind the statistics to get the best bang for your buck in your gear, and then you got everything broke down to me, that takes the fun out of it in a way. And then it's just, dude, if you've taken that much time to figure it out, you should go. Come with me. Let's grab the kayaks. Yeah. We'll go out fishing. Get you some sun so you don't look translucent.
See, that's why I couldn't do the freaking World of Warcraft. Like the guy, Leroy Jenkins video.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the South Park did pretty good, joke with him.
Yeah,
like, he's reading off all stats, and I'm like, oh, just shit. Like, I would have done the same shit. I'd be like, Leroy Jenkins. I'm just aggroing everybody. Shit.
I just at a certain point go outside, man. I don't know and I think that's like I was saying at the beginning of the show. There, this show is going to be you dragging me a little bit into back into the nerd culture, and I'm going to drag you outside. There's a con coming up in September, I think.
I'm actually going to that one. Yeah. Dragon Con, if you want to go. You still got Airbnb available, $80 in a sky.
No. This is right here in Tampa.
Ah. Okay, no, I'm not going to Temple.
No,
I'm going to the second largest one. If you cannot make
Mr. Elitist. I've never even gone to one. I don't even know why I should. I was going to cut my teeth on the easy one.
No, I went to Comic-Con, which is it's now they changed the way you buy tickets. You cannot get in. You remember? Yeah, I was online while we were doing the podcast, like waiting, still didn't get in. Second one is Dragon Con. It's in Atlanta, so you can drive. It's pretty close.
Fucking, you ever drove through Atlanta?
Yes.
Fuck Atlanta.
Yeah.
Uber that shit.
Well,
Atlanta can suck it.
No. You get
with the driving. Dude, I love people from Atlanta.
Dude, you get Airbnb and you get parking place. It's freaking awesome. And you're right there. You see the whole skyline, and then you put your costume on if you're doing cosplay. September 1st through 4th. It's the second largest. It's almost as big as.
I'll see when the other one is. I might still go to that one.
It's like $125 just for 4 days.
For me, it would be. I know everybody would be going there to watch the comic books and all that. I'd be watching the people. I'm people watching.
That's why.
Oh yeah, he's translucent. He should probably go outside.
That's why you go to freaking second largest one, dude. I'm trying to get people going, but it's like
So you're going by yourself? Or
No,
you
I'm
with
going
your
with my girl. Yeah, we're gonna probably do like I don't know. I'm thinking like Mad Max dress up or something like that.
You dressing up, buddy? Playing dress up?
Yeah, I did a cosplay before.
What would I go as? I don't even know any characters. What should I go as?
We can do the whole gang though. You can be like Tina Turner.
Oh shit, son!
Beyond Thunderdome.
Dude,
Just
with the chicken wire armor.
Yes.
What the fuck was with that anyway? Why
don't
did
know.
they do that?
Can you do Tina
Chicken
Turner?
wire? Oh fuck! I will. No.
The blackface. the
No,
whole
no. Yeah, I just saw that. That could get me in big trouble.
No, in Atlanta too.
Maybe I could do the feral child. I could be the feral child.
No, he could be. It's like we'll be like Mad Max 2. The bad guy when he has his boyfriend sitting in the back on the motorcycle.
No. The guy that kept getting fucked up in the and he was on the front of the semi and he has the little thing in Thunderdome.
Oh yeah, that's the third
bald
one. Yeah,
dude,
that was
'cause
a big production.
I'm losing
yeah.
the hair pretty good. I could probably
Yeah.
shave down.
It was
to that.
funny. Yeah, he dies at the end. They show that he was laying inside the car and he just flips you off at the very end. You see his hand just
Yeah.
falls down.
I
That guy
could
was
be that
funny.
guy.
That guy was, dude. No, seriously, dude. Mad Max is big. Like when I went to Comic-Con, friends of mine, his girlfriend did that, and she was stopped everywhere. Like it's a big legit thing. There's a party going on in Utah every
I
year.
just hit myself in the face.
Yeah.
The one you're going to, what is that for? Is it
It started as comics, I think, books, and now it's pretty much like
just pop culture
it's
in
everything.
general?
Yeah, it's everything now.
Walking Dead,
yeah.
all that kind of shit?
Yeah, and it's in comparison to, I mean, California one, the original one. It's a little bit cheaper and it's closer.
I'll go as Pikachu or something.
Dude, I don't care, man. I'm serious.
Ooh, I could be. Let's go to a furry convention.
That's actually gonna be furries there too. That was I
you
was told
shitting
that
me?
plenty of yes.
Oh, I might have to go to this, dude. How
As
much
a
are
furry?
tickets?
You might get some
No,
anonymous.
no,
butt sex
I'm not going as a furry to a furry thing.
in a
No,
sweaty
that's-
suit.
I would do it as a joke somewhere, but that could get dangerous. But I would love to interview a real furry.
It's $125, and it's for September 1st through 4th, and then the hotel, and we can get full kitchen, everything hotel.
Are
Like
you gonna cook for me breakfast?
as if you
a
wear a
G-string?
furry.
All
You don't
right.
need to. Hairy bastard probably. You look like a fucking furry.
What? What are you saying?
Just put a mask on.
No, I don't got enough going on up here. to be a
Hello,
furry.
I'm a furry.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. If I go, I gotta dress up as something. What's funny is
No,
people
it-
think I'm super geeking, but I'll be perpetrating. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about comics.
And then we do like maybe camera. We can actually record the whole freaking
I mean,
thing.
I like a lot of this. I like sci-fi. I like all that stuff. I just didn't get. I don't go that deep into it, man. Like where you know every last little thing. Like I've been listening to some of these gaming podcasts and shit. These guys know every freaking game there is ever made. I'm like, I know a lot about games, but holy shit.
Yeah, but they live in a freaking mom's basement. They don't have a job.
Well, no. These guys from IGN and places like that.
They-
They're not living with their.
They live in their
mom,
mom's
bro.
basement, and then they got a job
Dude,
making
don't
100,000.
disparage them.
They
I
make-
like their shows.
I like them too, but they probably got from there to $100,000 a year
Stop,
in working for
stop.
IGN.
No, just in case they.
I'm just
ever
jealous.
hear
I
this.
wish I could do that.
Just in case they ever hear this, I have nothing but respect. IGN's awesome.
I'm jealous. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. I'm just saying. But there's a reason why they are.
Well, I just
What they
listen
are.
in awe. I'm like, feel like I should be taking notes. I'm like, oh, I better check out that game. Like, I actually may go.
Do you put your little reading glasses on like an old fart?
Bitch, I got perfect vision.
Like-
What are you talking about? I
Let me
got
check
the devil's lettuce vision.
Let me check the stats on Diablo 3.
I don't know, man. That's too deep. I just when I see that shit, I feel like I should reach out to them and be like, "Come with me. Come outside. There's a
Yeah.
whole other world out there. Let's go catch some sharks or something. Let's go."
I just want to get them
kayaking.
outside so I can grab the freaking computer and play it while they're playing
That'll
outside.
be the plan. I'll take
Yeah.
a kayaking
Go
where you take all this
outside.
shit. All right.
You got
well,
liquid cooling on this bitch. All right.
well, we're not gonna drag this out much longer, folks. This was the very first damn good show. Man, that's almost an hour right there, buddy.
Really?
Flew by, didn't it?
It felt like
It's a
fun,
lot
man.
of fun when you're talking about stuff
staring
you like.
staring deeply in your eyes and your soul just made it.
Yeah.
made it
All right,
so
folks.
quick.
We're going to be putting out. We're going to try our best to
Nah.
get out shows on Mondays and Fridays,
See.
and we'll see how that goes there. And we will be doing more of these here real soon. Thank you for checking out the first one.
Thank you.
You can check us out on damngoodshow.com. And we are on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher, so you can carry us around with you.
Yeah.
Or you can find us on YouTube as well. We'll see you in the next one, everybody.
All right, guys. Bye.
Peace.